So everybody's relocating, right? Like everybody's jackpotting, and as with anything in life, you might actually be feeling a lot of pressure on just like, should I relocate? Should I not relocate? The fact that I don't want to relocate, something wrong with me. The fact that I am trying to relocate doesn't mean I'm not patriotic, and all of that stuff. So in this video, I'm going to address it. If you are strongly considering relocating, this might just be the ginger that you need to make a decision. But if you're also not open to relocating, then this video might also just help you feel more centered in that decision. So let's get into it.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am PC Timmy, a change maker, professional, and creative who is passionate about growing people and growing businesses. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and please always share my videos. It promises to always be impactful and insightful.
I think that at the end of the day, everybody at different time we really know what we want, right? What stops us from saying yes or no is typically peer pressure or fear. Peer pressure means that you feel like you are alone in your decision and everybody else is doing the same thing, but you know you don't want to, but then you're now feeling confused because everybody else is doing it and you're wondering, okay, am I right, am I wrong? Or fear, where you want to do this, but you are scared shitless and you're just like, oh my God, this is going to be really hard. And so those two things makes us question our decisions, makes us question our feelings, and makes us question our choices. But fundamentally, we really know where our heart is tilted towards a lot of times. So my very first tip is listen to your heart, because that's the most important thing and the most decisive thing that you need to pay attention to when it comes to uprooting your life and going to start somewhere that you don't know or you don't know enough afresh. The thing that will keep you going in the times when it gets hard is that knowing in your spirit and your heart that this is what I should be doing, this is what I needed to have done at this time. So first of all, wherever you are on the scale, I want to relocate, I don't want to relocate, trust yourself, right? Like, be brave enough to trust yourself and trust what's in your spirit and what's in your heart. Another thing that should help you really decide, like when it comes to like logic, is where do you think would impact the quality of life and the kind of life that you really want to live? And I'll explain. When I say what will impact the most is, some people know that where they should be to conquer and make the most, and where they can make the most impact, and where they can make the most money, right, is in Nigeria, is in their own country. And so for those people, relocating is a nice idea, but they know that the opportunities here for them outweighs the cons that other people might be focusing on. And so if that's where you fall in, that's a good thing. It's good to know for a fact that right now, this is quote unquote my land of milk and honey, right? So you want to ask yourself, for the kind of life I want to live, for the kind of career I want to build, for the kind of business I'm trying to build, for the kind of social enterprise I'm trying to get into, for what I want to do in my life, right? For my purpose, where would I make the most impact and get the most results? Because it's not just about giving, it's also about where you can get, so that as you are making impact, you're also being impacted, right? As you are doing work, as you're producing, you're also getting a return. So where for you, and that's different, like based on your industry, based on your business model, based on your target audience, based on the idea that you have, based on the skills that you have, there's a place that would propel you faster, or that would help you attain that thing faster at every point in time. And understand that this changes. In the next 5 years, you might know for a fact that Nigeria, Africa is where you should be to create your story, to create your brand, to build your business, to build your career. And that's okay. If in 5 years that changes and it becomes Brazil or Latin America or the UK, and then that time you should also go. But this time in your life, this phase, where would help you create the most impact? That's the kind of life. But it's also quality of life, just in terms of, for you, right, what determines quality living? For some people is good healthcare. For some people is having access to the beach that they can go and relax. For some people, it's having quick access to a certain kind of network. For some other people, it's just better traffic, or sorry, less traffic, better road, because they like to do road trips. Like, for when you think about quality of life, I'm not talking about like the hustle and the money. Like, when you think about I'm comfortable and I'm happy in my life, what kind of system do you think you would thrive in? And for some people, Lagos is that system. For a certain period of my life, Lagos was the place where the quality of life I wanted to live, Lagos gave it to me, right? Another city that was maybe slower, like people say Abuja is nice and Abuja is quiet and Abuja is no traffic, and I go to Abuja and I'm just bored out of my mind. I'm just like, why am I even here? So like, it's cool, but I always just knew that at that time, Lagos is where I want to be, and Lagos is where I can create the quality of life I want to live, and that was it for me. So you can have the quality of life that you want to live here in wherever country that you currently are in, or you can say no, the quality of life I want to live, the kind of things I want to do, the kind of shops I want to go and buy things from, right? The kind of food I want to eat, the kind of cars that I want to drive, the kind of roads that I want to ply, the way I want to travel, and the kind of travel network that I want to have, those kind of things. Well, so like even the kind of places that you want to have access to travel faster, the kind of companies that you want to work for, the kind of clients. Some of those things you might not get them in the UK, you might be in Nigeria. It just really depends on you, like for you, or not for your friends or for your industry, or it's like for you. When you think about and if you've never done it, like sit down and visualize your life. Like, when I'm not just working and making money, what other things contribute to me feel like I'm living, right? Is it that I like to visit the beach, or I like to hike and feel like it's safe for me to actually hike here and no internet access for a while, and I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm safe? Is it like road trips? I want to take road trips every month. Is it I want to shop in some kind of stores? Or is it like I like to go to Balogo markets and just see people just walking around, and it makes me feel like, it just gingers me, and I feel like, for you, really, it's a quality of life. There are places that people are relocating to, there are no beaches. But for you, maybe Legoshi is where you find the most happiness. So why are you struggling and saying you want to relocate? So, but yeah, that's like the second thing for me. The first one is be brave enough to trust yourself. But the second thing is what quality of life, and then what kind. The kind just in terms of like your career, your business. Those are the things that should determine, or that should help you decide, right? And if you box these two things alone, like there's no other reason, and it's just, if I box these two things, the kind of life that I want to live, the quality of life I want to live, and really what is in my heart, it's enough for you to say, you know what, I'm going to relocate but in 10 years, or I'm not going to relocate, I'll just make enough money to buy a passport, or I'm just going to stay here. Or it's enough for you to say, people are moving to the UK, but where I want to live because of quality of life is in Norway, or where I want to live because of quality of life is in Japan, or where I want to live because of quality of life is in South Africa, or where I want to live because of kind of life is in Ghana, that is just here. So like, even the place that you end up picking to move to or not to move to, you would also find it easier just because you know for a fact what you want to do with yourself. And then, of course, fundamental part, be brave enough to trust your choices and your wants and your needs. Be open to that changing in the course of time. But like right now that everybody's putting welcome to a new dispensation on Twitter, right? Be brave enough to trust that your choice. And if in a year or 5 years it changes, then why not? Pack your bags and leave. Or pack your bags and come back. So if you've left, but then 2 years down the line you realize, this relocation thing, I'm too lonely. I need to feel like I miss Works and Coin. That was it for me, or Chicken Republic, or I just want to be eating Gary every day. Then you can also come back. So be open to your choices and your vision for life changing. But right now, in all of the PCGOB, what kind of life do you want? And let that be your guiding light. And so when you do decide, right, and if you end up tilting towards you want to relocate, just remember that it does take time. A bunch of people who are doing PCGOB and welcome to new dispensation on Twitter now, they probably started working on it like 6 months ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago. So for you also, give yourself that grace and that time to like plan and work towards it, and then get it and then move it. You don't have to do it tomorrow. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you make the right decision. See you again.